It's Christmas time, it's baking season, it's gift giving time, and this recipe is gonna combine all three of those. We're making eggnog bread today. This is an eggnog quick bread with a glaze, and it is delicious. It is worthy of giving out as gifts to your neighbors, to teachers, whoever you need a gift for. I love making quick breads and giving them for the holidays because it just makes a great gift. Everybody likes food gifts. You might as well make a bunch of bread. You can go ahead and throw it in the freezer and you can get it out right in time to give someone a gift. If someone stops by unexpectedly, well, you have some bread that you can give them as a gift. Today I'm gonna be making 1 large loaf and 3 mini loaves. So you can see how to do both. Maybe you wanna make 2 large loaves, you can do that with this recipe, or you can make 6 mini loaves if you wanna do that. Like I said, it's great for gift giving. The mini loaves are great. Sometimes you might wanna just give someone a mini loaf as a gift. Sometimes maybe they have a big family, you need to give them a bigger loaf. So you'll know how to do both after you watch this video. Let's just get started on the recipe. Like I said, I love this eggnog bread. It screams Christmas and it is so yummy. So let's just get started. I'm gonna start with 1 cup of softened butter. I'm gonna use my KitchenAid mixer. You can also just mix this up by hand if you want to. You can use hand beaters, whatever you want. I'm just pulled out my KitchenAid because it's easy. So I'm gonna put in 1 cup of softened butter. So that's 2 sticks of butter. Just throw it right on into your mixer. Into that, I'm gonna add 2 cups of white sugar. This is just right at 2 cups. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this whole thing in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cream my butter and sugar together right now, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, I just let that cream just for about 30 seconds. Now let's add some more ingredients. I'm gonna add 4 large eggs. Let's throw those right on in there. 4 large eggs. And a tablespoon of vanilla. One tablespoon right on in there. Now I'm gonna give these a chance to mix up just for a second. So I'll let these mix up probably for about 30 seconds also. Now it's time to add the star of the show, the eggnog. I like this Meadow Gold. I also like the Seal Test brand. There's lots of different brands of eggnog and they all taste totally different. So add your favorite kind of eggnog. Okay, that is about 2½ cups of eggnog. I'm gonna add that right on into this bowl. Okay, now I'm gonna give these a good little mix. Now it's time to add our dry ingredients and I'm gonna add them right on top of these wet ingredients. I'm gonna add 4½ cups of all-purpose flour. So 4½ cups just right into your mixing bowl. You don't need your bread flour, you don't need pastry flour, you don't need anything like that. You just need some good old all-purpose flour. Here we go. And to that, I'm gonna add 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. This is a quick bread, so there's no yeast in it. So this is our leavening agent. This is what helps it to rise while it's baking. So 4 teaspoons baking powder. Next we want some salt. I like to use this Redmond's Real Salt, but you can use plain old white iodized table salt if you want. But you want 1 teaspoon of salt. Down in the description, I will put the recipe. I'll leave a link that you can click on and you can print out the recipe. It'll make it way easier when you're trying to make this eggnog bread. So 1 teaspoon of salt right into your mixing bowl. And our next ingredient is vanilla pudding. I'm gonna use 1 pack. This is a 3.4 ounce pack of vanilla pudding. Now, when you use pudding in your quick breads, it makes them more moist. I really like to use puddings in my quick breads just because it makes them more moist. Now, I store a lot of puddings. When I was getting this out of my container, I almost grabbed some banana cream pudding. That would not have been very good. It's the same color, it looks pretty much the same. Don't do that. That would not be good. So I'm gonna add this 3.4 ounces of vanilla pudding right on into my bowl. You don't mix it up with milk or anything, you just use the mix. And our very last ingredient is nutmeg. I'm gonna use a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. It smells so good. This smells like the eggnog. Ooh, it's gonna make it really good. So a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Yes, this is nutmeg from 1987. I've started using all of my mother-in-law's old spices that she's kept in her freezer since day one, and they are all really good. I have to tell you, they're even better than the spices that we can buy today at the store. They just have a better, stronger scent. And I'm so surprised because I thought they would go bad over time, but I think because she kept them in the freezer all this time, they are really good to go. Okay, these are all of our ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and let this mix up. I'm gonna let the mixer do it, and then it'll be time to throw them into our bread pans. While you're making this, go ahead and get your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Then once you get it all put together, you can throw it right into the oven. Okay, I've let my KitchenAid give this eggnog bread batter a really good mix. Now it's the hardest part. It's pouring it into the loaf pans. Now for my big loaf, I'm gonna use this 8.5 by 4.5 size loaf pan. This is my cast iron loaf pan. Love my cast iron. I recommend these to everyone. And for my little ones, I'm gonna use these 6 by 3, and I think the inside is 5 by 3 inches. I wish I could find cast iron mini loaf pans. I have looked, I have not seen any. That would be so cool. But I'm stuck in using these little old ones. But for my big loaf pan, I like to use these loaf pan liners whenever I'm making quick breads. I don't use these for my yeast breads or anything like that. Those come out just fine. But when I make quick breads, I really like these liners. So I just kind of discovered these and they are making the biggest difference. I love them. So I'm gonna use this for my large loaf pan. And you know, for these little ones, I was looking and looking for little loaf pan liners, like the mini ones, and I could never find them the right size. I ordered these and they are definitely too little. I thought they were gonna fit and they didn't. So I haven't had any luck with that, and I really want some liners for these, but I haven't found them. So for these, make sure you spray them up really good. If you don't have a liner, grease, butter, oil your loaf pan super well so that your bread doesn't stick in there, especially when you're trying to give it for a gift. You don't wanna have to break it all apart. Okay. Now, it's just the beginning of December, so I'm just starting to make my batches of quick breads and getting them together and putting them in the freezer because I kind of feel like it's a little early, but I had neighbors yesterday stopping by and already giving us little neighbor gifts. So I guess it's not too early. So it's time for me to get moving on all this. So I'm glad I'm making this today. Okay, so I'm gonna try to divide up half my batter into this and the other half into these 3. You want to have your mini ones filled up about 3/4 of the way. Okay, I have it all divided up pretty evenly. It looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in the oven. Now, the big one is gonna bake the longest because it has the most batter in it. This is gonna go for about 50 minutes to an hour. And then these are gonna go for about 35 minutes to 40 minutes. And I'm gonna do the toothpick test and just kind of check it out. It's hard for me to remember because I haven't made this bread since last year. That's the problem with seasonal baking. Kind of can't remember all the way when it happens only once a year. So I'll let you know exactly how long I bake these, but I'll put the recipe and all the times and everything down in the description in the recipe. So I'm gonna throw these into the oven, like I said, about 50 minutes to an hour and about 35 minutes to 40 minutes. And I'll show them to you when they're ready. Our Christmas Eggnog Quick Bread is fresh out of the oven. Doesn't this look good? Oh, and it smells incredible. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells so good. I let this big one bake for 50 minutes. Got a little bit brown on top, but I really kind of like that with my quick breads. But I needed to let it go that long so the middle got totally done. If you want to cover yours with foil for the last 5 minutes, that might be good if you mind that. These little ones, I let them bake for 35 minutes and they look pretty good. Now the next batch I make, I'm gonna probably fill them about 2/3 full instead of 3/4 full. They got a little bit big and a little bit funny shaped, but I think they're gonna be great. Now we're also going to make a glaze for these, and it's just gonna set them over the edge. They're gonna be so good. Now for these, I got them out of the loaf pans and I used a knife and I just kind of really gently got them out. And for our big one, I'm so glad we have the loaf pan liners because this one would be a little bit harder to get out than these little baby ones. But let's see. Yep, there we go. And that is why I love the liners. Do you see how easy that was to get out? This was so much easier than getting these out. And I wish I could find mini loaf pan liners. I am on the lookout for those. If you've ever seen them, let me know because I need some of those. Okay. I am gonna put this one on this rack and let those cool. But I am gonna make the glaze right now and I'm gonna go ahead and put the glaze on the warm bread. This is gonna be a really simple glaze. It's eggnog glaze. So it's gonna just vamp up that eggnog taste. So I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of melted butter. It can be softened if you want. I was trying to soften it, but it got a little bit too melted, but that is okay for this glaze. So 2 tablespoons of that. And I want 1 teaspoon of this vanilla extract. Put that right on in there. Now I've heard some people use rum flavoring. We don't drink or anything, so I'm not gonna use any of that. I don't even want the taste of that. But I like this vanilla extract, great. Now I'm gonna use 2 to 3 tablespoons of this eggnog. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons, and if I want it to be a little bit thinner, then I'll add some more. So 2 tablespoons. And like I said, this just gives this bread an even stronger eggnog flavor, which is really good. I've even had people say to me that they don't like eggnog at all, but they love this bread. So that's good. Eggnog is kind of a flavor that you either like or you hate. Luckily, I like it, but like I said, I've given this as gifts to a lot of people and I get rave reviews about it. So I think everybody likes this bread, even if they don't like eggnog, they say. Okay, now 2 cups of powdered sugar. Just put that right on in there. As you're making your glaze, you get to decide what consistency you like. Do you want it more like a liquidy glaze that you drizzle on top? Do you want it more like a frosting that you kind of slather on top of it? You get to decide, which is the great thing about making homemade foods. So this is the consistency of mine, and I think that looks pretty good. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna pull out some tin foil and put these under my cooling racks so that this glaze doesn't get all over my countertops. I can just throw this away when I'm done. Now for some of my quick breads, I will take a toothpick or forks and just kind of poke holes all in it, and that lets the glaze get down in there really well. I'm not gonna do that for these, but if you want to, you can definitely do that. Now I'm just gonna kind of let this drizzle all over it. I like a lot. I think it tastes really good, so that's what I'm gonna go for. And it doesn't have to be totally pretty. These are warm, and so it's gonna melt into it a little bit, and it's gonna taste really, really, really good. And this is gonna make a mess. I expect it to go all over the sides and everything like that. If you want to, you can take your loaf pan liner off, or you can leave it on there, either one that you prefer. Okay, these are looking good. I used up all of my glaze. It is kind of a lot, but it really makes this bread taste good. These are warm loaves. I'm gonna let this glaze kind of melt into the loaves. I'm not gonna taste this bread today because I'm going to keep them for gifts. I did intend on making lots of batches and throwing them in the freezer, but people are already stopping by with Christmas gifts for the neighbors, so I better have some of these ready. If you want to, and you're gonna throw them in the freezer, you can do that and add the glaze last, or try it without the glaze too. It still has a lot of flavor. But once they totally cool off, this glaze is gonna kind of harden and crust on there, and it'll be easier to put in bags or put in the freezer. So these are gonna be ready to go. I will leave the recipe for this eggnog quick bread, perfect for Christmas, perfect for gift giving. I'll leave the recipe down in the description. You can click on it, you can print it out, you can share it. I think if you give this as gifts, people are going to be asking you for the recipe. Thank you so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I will see you next time.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each need, ground wheat fresh, sowing her seed.